well so they have healthy water. That eliminates infectious diseases in the water, which are probably 50% of all the infectious disease primary problems in Africa. Secondly, open up a health clinic, one health clinic, and stock it with the appropriate anti-malarial, anti-tuberculosis, anti-schistosomiasis, and other parasitic infective medicines that are necessary and can be life-saving. Third, reintroduce sustainable agriculture. Build small crops in greenhouses so they can grow food 12 months a year so they do not have to rely upon famine relief, and also show them how to reforest. Set up a model reforestation program, because to get fuel, they're destroying all of the woodland, and when you destroy woodland, you get desert, and it's the desertification of Africa. So suddenly, in one community, you have a model of how every other community can help itself. Now it's not $500 or $300 billion. It's just enough, and then you can get corporate sponsors, where each corporation in America sponsors one village. That's doable. That can do. The people in this room could build one whole village and give them back the quality of life and learn how to be self-sufficient. So they're no longer dependent upon us or anybody else. They're no longer refugees. They have quality of life because they've got what they need. Good water, sustainable good food, reforestation, proper health care. That makes a difference. You see, I look at problems as thousands and thousands of little problems that no one's paid attention to, until one day it's a big problem. You don't resolve big problems by looking for big answers. Then you just get more big problems. Go right back and deconstruct the big problem. Break the big problem down into smaller problems. And then break the smaller problems down into resolvable solutions. The same is true with our health. So if you have congestive heart failure, if you have cancer, we always look at hitting it hard. War on cancer, war on heart disease, war on AIDS, we haven't won anything. We're in a medical Vietnam. So what I would do is say, all right, let's de-occlude the artery. Now you can go the radical way, coronary bypass, but that won't change what caused it in the first place. It'll re-occlude. Or a balloon angioplasty, and that ends up with a lot of failure and a lot of infection. Or you can do it the proper way. Every day, make sure you have oral chelating agents, something that will chelate. Take that plaque and remove it and heal the underlying lesions that precipitate the scarring and scabbing at the micro level in the artery that causes that plaque buildup to begin with. So you take the conjugated fatty acids and the alpha lipoic acids and the vitamin C and the quercetin and the bromelain and the magnesium and calcium from citrate and the higher escalating levels of vitamin E and vitamin C and the proanthocyanidins and also hawthorn and cayenne and garlic and onions. And these are all doable. Nothing I said just now isn't difficult or impossible. It's doable. It's simple, easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if you want to introduce one new item per week, just you took one item out. Not everybody can tolerate taking everything at once. Some of their systems get upset. So week 1, you start eating more garlic, right? Now, some people can take raw garlic, others have to have it cooked. Either way, it's going to heal. Some people have to take the tablets. Either way, tablets, raw, juiced, you get it in. You find the way to get that garlic every day into your system, every day. 500 milligrams and 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 milligrams. 4,000 milligrams might seem like a lot, but it's only 4 grams. 4 grams might seem like a lot, till you realize there's 28.35 grams to an ounce. Well, what is 4 to 28? 7. 1/7 of an ounce, then isn't so much, is it? So it's not a lot. But for the body to have 4,000 milligrams of garlic in the system is a lot. Blood pressure down, cholesterol down, parasites out. So what we have to understand is that during this cleansing process, during this detoxification process, it is little tiny bits per day. Do you understand? It's a lifetime of creating toxicity. You cannot reasonably expect to undo it in a week or a month or 6 months. It takes at least a year and a half, minimum. Now, if you're already in good health, if you've not really toxified yourself, then maybe you can get away in 1.5 years. More likely it's going to be 2 years. But by the time 1.5 years comes, you've gotten into a new way of living. You're not going to want to repollute yourself. You're not going to want to take the bad food back and get lazy and smoke and have coffee and sugar. You're not going to want to, contaminate yourself. You've got the passion to live by proper principles, ethical, decent principles to yourself. So then that's just how you deconstruct arterial sclerosis. Then, once you've started to build your immune system up, then you start using things like chelation therapy, which can even further and at a more, let's say, therapeutic level. One is a preventative level, one is a natural level. Chelation is the therapeutic model. But what's nice is everything that you're doing allows you better capability of handling therapeutic levels. Before you go into a doctor's office, let's say a regular doctor says, oh, I got to give you coronary bypass. You say, no, I don't want that. Then you go into a holistic doctor's office and he says, well, I'll give you chelation therapy. So you start taking chelation, but you don't change your diet. You don't stop stress. You don't start exercising. You don't change your beliefs. So yeah, it'll get some of the heavy metal out. Yes, it'll make some improvement in angina and some of these conditions, but it won't fundamentally change what caused the problem originally. The problem frequently in alternative medicine is it does not commit itself to the kind of comprehensive changes that allow a person to really wake up one day and realize they're doing nothing to promote disease, but everything to promote wellness. Therefore, there's less likelihood they'll become sick in the future. Otherwise, you can go see every holistic doctor there is and take every protocol they have. That'll help you symptomatically for a period of time, but then you're going to go right back with stress and right back with improper beliefs and attitudes and diet and repollute yourself. What's the point? So this way we take one little problem per day. So never think that you're doing too little. If you've done anything, congratulate yourself on it. That's positive. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Don't look at big problems. Look at constructive deconstruction and small pieces. So every day you've taken one. Every day you've got this mountain of a problem, and every day you go out and you doom, 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 take a little chink out. Doom, 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 another little piece, another little piece. Oh, a year from now, it went from this to this. 2 years from now, from this to this, and then that, and then gone. And then you've gained strength by it because it's been a process, an evolving process. That's what you want. So are you clear on that? Okay? Good. And I just gave you an example. You would do the same thing with arthritis. I'm not going to go through all the different conditions. You can find how to deal with those and Get Healthy Now or any of the videos. But just as an example, if I had someone with arthritis, let's say in the elbows and the wrists, well, yes, that's a major problem. But the moment you start getting rid of excluding all the dairy, eggs, meat, sugars, caffeine, watch within about 3 weeks, watch them start to get rid of the pain and swelling. Then you go in and you enhance quercetin, glucosamine sulfate, chondroitin sulfate, silica, sea cucumber, oil of primrose, cod liver oil, vitamin C, and now adding that every day throughout the day, 2 or 3 times a day, 4 times a day, 5 times a day in divided doses. Meaning a divided dose means if you're going to decide you're going to take 5,000 milligrams for the day, you take 1,000 milligrams 5 times. So you spread it out. Because some people can take 5,000 milligrams, no problem. Other people take 1,000 milligrams, get a little upset stomach. So you have to take it divided throughout the day. You can take any nutrient in divided doses to accommodate your system. There is no one way for everybody to take a nutrient. Are you clear on that? You have to experiment with your system. Some of you will feel better taking it in the morning and others in the afternoon, others at night. Some people can take a green juice and a red juice, no problem. Other people have to take just the green juice and wait at least an hour to take the red juice, they get gas. Some people can take vitamin C and put it in either juice, other people can't. This is the biological individuality that we must honor. That's our body telling us that we must do something for ourselves no matter what anyone else does. So we have to experiment. So it takes time to experiment. You can't just do it all in one day. Give yourself an opportunity. Sometimes you may be able to tolerate something in smaller doses, but you couldn't tolerate in larger doses. So instead of saying, oh, I can't take vitamin